Hi everyone, Matthew here at AAWeatherWatch, taking a look at the weather through the course of the coming week, Monday the 14th through to Friday the 18th of August. And unfortunately, it is bad news this week. Low pressure will be a dominant feature of the weather through the course of the week. There will be some brief drier intervals at times, but equally, particularly from the middle of the week onwards, we are looking potentially at some very unseasonable weather, with wet and windy weather arriving from the west. Now, a quick look at latest satellite imagery. This is a more zoomed out satellite picture at the moment, covering much of parts of eastern and northern areas of the USA and also into Canada. This is Canada, for example, here, Greenland and Iceland. Now, looking at the bigger picture is sometimes of worth, because it is often to the west of Ireland where our weather comes from, and at the moment in time satellite imagery showing a number of regions of cloud across parts of the northeast of the United States and also across eastern areas of Canada. Now, these are developing areas of low pressure, and as you can see they are generally moving west to east into the North Atlantic, and again what this highlights is a trend towards more unsettled conditions through the course of the coming week, with areas of low pressure bringing, again unfortunately, further unsettled weather, and particularly unsummer-like weather, which is in keeping with the last few weeks, which have clearly been particularly unsettled for the time of year. So let's take a look at the forecast weather charts now through the course of the coming week, and it has been obviously an unsettled start to the day. Outbreaks of rain and showers have been moving north and east in association with a low pressure moving directly across the country. Now, essentially through the remainder of the day and into the overnight period, the weather will essentially be further unsettled, with showers and longer spells of rain certainly possible across parts of the north and east. Now, through the course of Monday afternoon, and essentially the wet weather will slowly begin to pull away to the north and east, but probably not occurring until the course of Monday evening, and as a result, particularly across northern and eastern areas, there will be further spells of rain and showers at times, whilst further west it generally becomes drier. So through the overnight period and on into Tuesday, showery weather continuing, particularly across some northern and eastern areas of the country, but otherwise into Tuesday morning, and there will be some drier weather, certainly an improvement than compared with today, for example. So through the course of Tuesday, and essentially it is a mixture of sunshine and scattered showers. The showers, however, generally becoming fewer and further between as the day progresses, so with quite a lot of drier and brighter weather developing through the afternoon and particularly into Tuesday evening. So not a bad day on Tuesday after the wet weather to start the new working week. However, into the overnight period, and the first weather system then begins to approach from the west. So this is the latest weather chart for around about 6 o'clock on Wednesday morning, and it is an increasingly wet and windy start to the day, again particularly across western areas of the country. As you can see, the further north and east you are, then at the moment in time at least it should be a predominantly dry start to Wednesday. However, the wet weather across western areas will steadily move north and east through the course of the day, and as a result Wednesday afternoon and into Wednesday evening we'll see a spell of wet and quite windy weather moving north and east across the country. Jumping ahead 24 hours, taking a look at Thursday, and unfortunately it is low pressure which dominates the weather. Showers or longer spells of rain certainly forecast through the course of Thursday, and jumping ahead, taking a quick look as things stand into early Friday, and there is a big area of low pressure dominant just to the northwest of the country, as you can see on the latest weather chart. As ever, the close proximity of the black lines, these isobars, indicating the strength of the wind, so some windy weather as well. And essentially again Thursday and Friday, so both days to end the working week, very unsettled for the time of year. Spells of rain and showers are forecast, and potentially windy as well. Just taking a quick look at the temperatures now through the course of the coming week, and overall temperatures will remain disappointing for the time of year, generally near or slightly below average, certainly feeling quite cool in any wet weather. This afternoon temperatures no higher than around about 16 or 17 degrees Celsius. Through into the overnight, minimum temperatures around about 9 or 10 degrees. Through into Tuesday, and if anything Tuesday is probably quite a pleasant day in some sunshine, highs around about 17 or 18 degrees Celsius. Through into Wednesday, and if anything temperatures probably a little bit lower, again given the wet and windy weather spreading north and east, temperatures no higher than around about 16 or 17 degrees at best. We end the working week with temperatures particularly depressed and quite poor for the time of year. Again, a very unsettled end to the week is forecast, with rain and showers certainly helping to keep the temperatures down to slightly below average. As you can see through into Thursday, maximum temperatures probably no higher than around about 14 to 16 degrees Celsius, and very similar temperatures are forecast on Friday at the moment. So let's finalise that in our weekly weather summary. Clearly it has been a wet start to the new working week. Further outbreaks of rain and showers, some heavy rain continuing to move north and east, taking its time to clear away from northern and eastern areas, but it will clear through the afternoon, particularly across western areas, but then with some showery weather following. A cool day for mid-August. So into Tuesday, a few scattered showers, but most of the showers dying away as the day progresses, and most areas then having a dry end to the day with some brighter sunny spells. It will be quite cool still overall, but equally in some sunshine through the course of the afternoon and into the evening, it will feel pleasant enough. And then unfortunately, particularly from the middle of the week onwards, it will become very unsettled once again. Areas of low pressure moving into the country off the North Atlantic to maintain a risk of rain and showers at times. Some heavy rain certainly possible, and potentially becoming quite windy too. And unfortunately, temperatures will be depressed given the wet and windy weather. So that's all the details for the forthcoming week. Thanks for tuning in, and all the very best.